last part. Yo, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. Hope you're having a great day, great night, whatever time you're watching this video. Today is the final part, is the legs part of the 3-day plan I'm giving for beginners. Remember, I ain't a doctor. I'm not smart. I have no qualifications. This is just the stuff that works for me and the stuff that I enjoy. If you want any credentials, bro, go to my Instagram, fam, and follow me, and you'll see how I look. But yeah, I don't want to waste any time. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So to start off legs, there's plenty of ways you can warm up. You can do just body weight squats, like 2 or 3 sets of 15 to 20 high reps, because you're only literally just squatting by yourself. Or you could go into a machine that your gym might have that you want to warm up, or you could go on the bike for 5 minutes. I used to do that to warm up my joints. Or you could do some warm-ups to engage your core, like a plank or something, because your core is used within it, especially for stuff like squats. Obviously, when we first start with the squat, we will then build up to our top set, so you are warming up with that as well. My warm-up that I like to do, because whenever I squat and I haven't warmed up properly, especially my glutes and my hamstrings, I feel like I've pulled my ass. Like, I end up walking around with like a pulled ass cheek, and it just hurts. Like, whenever my homies spank me, it's no longer enjoyable, it just hurts. Make sure you are warming up though, because leg injuries, knee injuries, back injuries, they all suck like huge dicks, so I wouldn't take any risks. But anyway, yeah, so I'll put a video up of what I do. I have a machine where it's like a kickback. Depending on what your warm-up is, depends on what sets you do. If you were doing the machine I was doing, or you were doing some sort of a kickback, I'd do 2 sets of 8 to 10, then drop for a 12 to 15. Pushing yourself a little bit, but not crazy much, because you want to leave yourself some energy for the big daddy, which is coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. We are starting with squats today. Now, as this video is for beginners, I'm going to let you in on a piece of information. You're going to hear every douchebag, every actual smart person, anyone that knows the gym say it: do not skip your legs. Trust me, I skipped legs loads and I regret it. One of the biggest things in my life I regret is not training legs properly, is fast. And whenever you are in the groove of it and you start getting leg pumps and shit, bro, that shit gives you boners. So please stick with it and you'll have fucking awesome legs. And also, it's just such a good benefits. Like, I'm pretty sure it helps grow all areas because it increases testosterone. I don't know, it's some science shit behind it. But yeah, we're starting off with squats today. As I said, as a warm-up, work up to your top set, because we are starting with a heavy set. So you have 1 4 to 6, then you'll drop for 8 to 10, then you'll drop for 12 to 15. I like to incorporate a heavy set to overload, push for PRs, because I think it's a fun part of doing it. However, if you don't want to do heavy set, don't feel you have to. You could just stick to 2 sets of 8 to 10, drop it for 12 to 15. After that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to head over to a leg press. Some gyms have like a normal one where you sat upright. My new one has one where you are literally laying down like on a bed and your feet are up here. I personally don't like that one. So use whatever leg press that you feel it the most on. As it's the second big compound movement that we're doing after squats, I'm going to keep the rep ranges the same. So we'll do a heavy set, then we'll drop it for an 8 to 10, then we'll drop that for a 12 to 15. Again, if you don't want to do that heavy set, do 2 sets of 8 to 10, then for a 12 to 15. In terms of safety, fam, just don't lock your legs out. Like, otherwise, like, I'm sure most of you have seen those videos of those people that lock their legs out and they just get folded inside out like a pretzel. That is, obviously with leg press and squats, depending on how you angle your feet and how far out you go in terms of shoulder width, I don't do too much of a wide stance, probably a little bit past shoulder width. And then sometimes I like to angle my feet like that, especially on the leg press, and I just feel it a lot more on my quads, because I think I'm very hamstring and ass like dominant when it comes to strength. So I like to just angle them out to try and target my quads more, because my quads lack. After that, we're going to give the quads a little bit of a break, and then we're going to go to a hamstring machine, where that's a leg curl like in the video that I'm doing, where you're laying down. If you have that variation, I recommend it. I love the laying down one. It is 50 times better than the shit bag of the machine where you're sat upright and you're curling in. However, if you like that one more, use that one, bro. 2 sets of 8 to 10, drop it for a 12 to 15. Make sure you're pushing yourself to failure on each fucking one, bro. Then after that, we are going to go back onto a more quad movement. Now, I like to do like a sort of try superset type thing, which you can do, but I don't know if it would be too much for a beginner. So I'm going to tell you it anyway. However, if you don't want to do it, then just do normal leg extensions for 2 sets of 8 to 10, drop for a 12 to 15. However, this try superset is incredible. So what I do on my leg day is I do 4 sets of this. However, you could drop it to 3. I will head on to the leg extension and I would do 12 reps, but these 12 reps are going to be very, very strict. So 1, 2 on the way up, and then count 1, 2 on the way down. So you're controlling it on the way up and on the way down. Don't just let it drop. That part is key because you want to keep the time under tension, which really digs into the quad. You'll feel a pump like no other. Then once you have hit 12, drop it down, count to 3 or 4 or 5 real quick, get the weight back up and just hold it there for 10 seconds. Don't move it, don't go up and down, literally just hold it for 10 seconds. Once those 10 seconds is up, you want to hop off the machine, and then you want to do forwards lunges down a distance, and then you want to do backwards lunges all the way back, and then that is one set. So it's 12 controlled, hold it for 10 seconds, forward and back lunges. That's a set. Then you do 12, done, 2 set, and then 3 set. However, all that could be enough for you. However, I'm going to give you one more. After that, I like to do another machine that my gym has, either a power squat machine or a hack squat machine. They're pretty similar. I believe in the video I'm using a power squat machine. I feel it more than the hack squat machine. If you have either of those, do that as well if you can, or if you have the energy to. Just because lots of the size and gains you will make on your legs is actually more from the machines than the free weights. And I know lots of people don't like to hear that because the free weights are like more fun and stuff, like with the squats, but the machines will benefit your legs the most. So if you can incorporate something like a power squat or hack squat, then that will benefit you as well. So again, that's a 2 sets of 8 to 10. Drop that for a 12 to 15, pushing yourself to a failure. Some gyms I've been to don't have those machines. You can always do something alternative, like holding a dumbbell and doing goblet squats, or going on the Smith's machine and doing some goblet squats, or lunges, or going on the Smith's machine and doing like forward lunges. But after that, we only have 2 calf movements after that, and then 3 ab exercises after that one. So the first calf movement I like to do is on the leg press, 1 set of 4 to 6, drop it for an 8 to 10, then drop that for a 12 to 15. The reason I like to do a heavy set on the leg press for calves is just to try and overload them as much as I can on that first set, and then I drop it as more of a volume. However, the next exercise for calves will be more of a volume type exercise. In my gym, I have a machine for calves, so I'll do like 4 sets of 12 to 15 just to get so much volume in them, because calves lots of people struggle with. So the more volume you push into them can benefit with size. That's not always the case, but for me, I think sometimes it is. But I don't know, I could just have shitty calves. If you don't have a calf machine, you could go on a different variation of a leg press and do 4 sets of 15, or you could go on a Smith machine and do calves on that, or you could put a dumbbell on your knees and do calf raises on that. There's plenty of things you can do for calf raises. All you need to do is make sure that you can get that stretch and then push up. Squeeze the calves as hard as you can. When you get to the top of the movement, bro. After that, I'd like to finish off the day with 3 ab movements. First one I like to do is hanging leg raises, whether that's hanging from a bar or hanging from machine one where you don't have to like grip. However, anyway, so leg raises is what I would do next. I love leg raises. Keep them controlled, make sure you don't swing. I do 4 sets of 25. However, you could just start off taking your abs to failure, or if you want to reach that, you could do straight leg ones, and then say you get 17 and you're like, shit, I can't do anymore. Just start bringing up your knees once your straight leg fails. After that, in my opinion, this ab exercise is a must. I really like this one. This one helps with overloading, and again, it's just a really good movement. It's the cable crunches. Get on the floor. I like to use handles. Put the handles here, and you basically just do a crunch on the floor whilst using the weight of the cable. Obviously, with a crunch, make sure you are using your core to crunch in. Don't just swing yourself up and down like you're giving head. Either you could do 2 sets of 8 to 10 for that, then drop it for a 12 to 15, or if you want more volume, you could do 4 sets of 12 to 15 and just try and go for high reps. And then to finish abs off, I just do any little random core exercise that I think of. Some days I might do normal sit-ups, or I just do normal crunches on the floor, or you could do a plank. I would just personally say sit-ups. You can keep progressively overloading on them. You can literally just go and grab like a 10 kg dumbbell and start doing sit-ups with that, and then you'll find it harder, and you can keep progressing with that and move up in the dumbbells as well. It's a good way to track the progression as well. But anyway, that brings me to the end of my leg day. I do hope the video has helped you. Remember, you don't have to follow all of these things in perfect order and do exactly what I say. You can experiment and see what works best for you, what you feel the best. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, thoughts, or if the plan has helped you out, what you think of it, if you thought some parts were shit, and if you thought something was shit, what you swapped it out for. Again, make sure you smash the subscribe button for me. Please leave a like on the video. I will leave a link to the first 2 parts, which is the push day and the pull day, in the top of the description, so make sure you check those out as well. Check out all the links in my description, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, peace.